And the race for the White House is heating up. The early voting wrapped up in South Carolina. Now all eyes on the crucial Republican presidential primary on Saturday, where former President Donald Trump and the state's former governor, Nikki Haley, will face off. But in the lead up to it, in the final push for South Carolina GOP primary in full swing, with a day to go for the primary here, Nikki Haley is not backing down in the race. Polls show Nikki Haley is trailing behind the former President Donald Trump by double digits. Trump holds a dominant position in the GOP race over his only remaining major opponent. Although, as a former South Carolina governor, Haley hopes a strong home state showing will boost her chances for the Republican nomination. Despite New Hampshire's primary electorate going against her, where she lost to Trump by 11 percentage points. Haley sounded resilient in the face of her underdog status, promising earlier this week that she will remain in the race beyond South Carolina regardless of the outcome.
And they know when the country's future is on the line, you don't drop out. You keep fighting. In fact, you fight harder than ever. That's why I refuse to quit. South Carolina will vote on Saturday, but on Sunday, I'll still be running for president. I'm not going anywhere.
Now, with the future of the GOP contest at stake in South Carolina primary, our correspondent Susan Tehrani gets us the latest on this. Listen to this.
As early voting ended in South Carolina on Thursday evening, all eyes are now on the state's GOP primary as former President Donald Trump and the state's former governor Nikki Haley face off on Saturday. Donald Trump is leading in the polls by a very wide margin as he focuses on issues like immigration and law and order. Haley is emphasizing on fiscal conservatism. In South Carolina, a Donald Trump win will solidify his position as the party's frontrunner and possible candidate for 2024. A Haley win, although unlikely, will make the primary race more competitive on the one hand and may potentially have an impact on the general election dynamic. Evangelical Christians, conservative voters, as well as military veterans are the key demographics to look for in South Carolina as they go to vote. Aside from the names of Haley and Trump, two other lesser known candidates and three former candidates who suspended their campaign after the ballots were set will be listed. What's interesting is in South Carolina, the ballot will also include 3 questions on policy matters. Those results are non-binding, but what they intend to do is for the state's Republican Party to gauge voter sentiment. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.
For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.